So my name is Aylia Rossi. My daughter's name is Seniya Rossi. She is 11 years old and she has multiple diagnoses to include selective mutism, autism, sensory processing disorder, severe food allergies, arthralgia, myalgia. She also has vasculitis and a few other diagnoses in working orders. Our special needs journey actually began when I was pregnant. So the day that I was finding out that I was having a girl, I was informed that Seniya had an EIF on her, which is an echogenic endocardiac foci, which is a marker for Down syndrome. They said, don't worry about it. We'll do a level 2 sono, make sure everything is okay. And we did the level 2 sono. It came back to be okay. But once I had her, little did I know, of course, there were so many diagnoses to come. Initially, it was asthma. She had several food allergies, and then that went to immunodeficiency, a slew of autoimmune disorders as well. And she's currently in the process of battling vasculitis. Our journey throughout this has been more so isolated because we don't have family here. We don't have a big circle of support or many individuals that either understand. Through each of the diagnoses that Seniya received, honestly, I felt defeated. Like for every single one, it was kind of weird because a lot of the times I noticed things that the physicians didn't notice initially. A little bit after she turned 1, I noticed that she would start head banging. She would be self-injurious. She would pull her hair. She would bite. These tantrums would become meltdowns and they would last for, an extended amount of time. And they're like, no, just wait till she's about 18 months. And I'm like, I can't wait. I can't wait for this to progress. And at that time, she was about 12, maybe 13 months. So it was difficult to watch her physically experience so many different things, but not be able to know what was going on because she was so young. There was days I would cry for an extended amount of time. Like, how do I help my daughter? How do I help her, or how do I understand this, and who do I reach out to if the physician isn't, trying to help? Who do I reach out to help me understand how I can help her? So once we had reached out to Independent Living, I had met Brianne Manis, and she had came out and evaluated Seniya, and we had received one of our first diagnoses with her. She actually took the time out to watch her, to see, what exactly I had been explaining. Once we got those diagnoses, that actually helped us with moving forward and getting her the help that she needed. And when you're telling these physicians and so many different people what it is that you're experiencing, and a lot of the times it seemed as if they didn't understand it. It just blew me away. Like, I'm sorry to get emotional. It was difficult. It was hard. And a lot of times I felt defeated because I didn't have family. I didn't have people to understand. So I was going through this dark journey alone. I honestly don't know where we would be without her, because she initiated all of it. She paid attention. She listened. Even though Seniya really couldn't communicate, she started teaching her sign language, just so many different things that she introduced to us as a family, to her. Complete blessing. We've had multiple hospital visits, so many tests, blood work, so many different exams, x-rays, EKGs, everything. It's definitely been a journey, and for her to smile, through all of it, it's difficult. Because it's like we preparing our children to be accepted into the world, whereas this world should already be accepting them for who they are. It's very difficult to explain to a child why so many people don't accept them, and why so many people don't understand. It's difficult. She goes to school every day. She has her moments where, she's sad and she has her meltdowns because she doesn't want to take medicine, all the time, where she doesn't want to, be careful with running and playing and different things. She wants to be a kid, and it's difficult because she does have limitations, in a sense, but always tell her that your diagnosis don't define who you are. I mean, Seniya and herself, her personality is different. It's so so funny because we're both Geminis. We're both Gemini, so we act alike. But she's so intelligent. She's so talented, very artistic. And the day that she decided to go on YouTube and find this artist, like I don't even remember what her name is, but I ended up having to message her because Seniya found a painting that she had created and literally recreated this entire painting, and it looked identical. And I had to reach out to this artist, and I'm just like in awe. You know, this was years ago. She's 11 now, and this was years ago. But through the span of that time, like she's won so many art competitions. Her art has been showcased at Hillsborough County Fair. The Season Greetings J.A. Biztown competition they had at school. Her piece was put on a card and sent out for the holidays. There's so many different awards that she's received for her art. So what I learned through Seniya is she expresses herself through art. She's very artistic, very artistic. It also shows her resilience. It shows that she's able to find outlets through, you know, not being able to communicate what she's feeling. What keeps me going is Seniya, my other two children. So I have three children, and to see the smiles on their faces, especially Seniya when she goes through so much, I try to keep in mind that, of course, I'm going through this journey with her, but just imagine what she's going through because she doesn't always express what she feels. She comes to me a lot of the time when she's sad or when she's down or whatever the case may be, but she does hold it a lot. So I know the way that I feel, you know, but just trying to put myself in her shoes and imagine how much more difficult it is for her, and to see her with a smile on her face through, you know, through all of it. Like I have my moments, but I make sure, you know, I brush it off and I keep going, because if I don't do it, then how is she going to do it? You know, I advocate for her every chance that I get. I try to educate and share and spread awareness, like regardless of what it is I'm doing, who it is that I'm talking to, because at the end of the day, I'm her biggest advocate. So that's the thing that keeps me going. If I don't do it, then who's going to do it? I'm her mom. So, you know, any and everything for my daughter. It doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter how long it's going to take or how far I have to go. If it comes to making her happy and keeping myself going, then it'll get done. Something that I know now that I didn't know in the beginning. My strength. My strength. I didn't know how strong I was until I was put in this position. I've been through so many things in life, but I would say the toughest thing so far is being a mother of a child with special and unique needs, but not even that would be, it's because of the world that isn't accepting and isn't understanding. So having the strength to make sure that not only I'm there for her, but trying to help everybody else understand and accept her, that takes a lot. We are where we are today, you know, because I know that now. So I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the journey. You know, God blessed me with her as her mother for a reason, and that right there is enough in itself. If I had a magic wand and I could wish for anything in the world, honestly, it would be acceptance. It would be understanding. It would be more education for others, you know, for individuals who are dealing with whatever diagnosis it may be. So many people aren't personally affected that they don't tend to care to understand. But I think that if there was more awareness, we would have more people that aren't in these deep, dark places by themselves, who aren't afraid to share their stories, who aren't afraid to reach out for help. So acceptance, understanding, awareness, definitely would be number one with that magic wand. I think the important thing to remember is each one of our journeys is unique. Like, regardless of the diagnosis that our children may have, similar or different, that our journeys are unique. But there isn't a blueprint. There isn't a map. There isn't a right or wrong way to parent your child. Um, there's not a right or wrong time to reach out for help. I think that a lot of people feel defeated, and during that defeat, I think is one of the most important times that you have to reach out, regardless if it's to somebody that you're familiar with or unfamiliar with. Because I've battled with depression and anxiety and panic disorders myself, and I've been in that place where I've been not afraid, but just not wanting to be a burden and sharing a story to someone who don't care to understand. There's a difference. So reaching out for help, especially if you feel like you're alone, just know that you're not alone. There are people out there who are going through similar battles that are willing to help you, but you have to take that first step.